Obviously, here boot camp. What is boot camp like for you?
Boot camp is you're a maggot from day one. You're gonna dig, and you're gonna dig some more until you get it right. And when you get it right, you're gonna go dig again. And that actually inspired me from a physical perspective, because that's where my challenges was when it came to, I guess, focusing on the classroom, because it was almost as a reward. The more you dug, the more they instilled discipline and a mindset. It obviously broke me down in a sense and took some of the barriers that I had placed on myself because of prior education experience. I was always an above average student throughout school. I just got tired of schooling. I wanted a different approach that was more candid or, made for me. Even though it's a group environment, it's still a team environment. So that sport background helped me to create bonds and a better closeness and understanding while I'm in training.
I always thought about that, man. I think sports are very synonymous with so many different occupations, not only occupations, but the military just in general, because like you said, they instill that team effort into you, and it's never about self, right? So, and we try to always instill with here on this platform here, we always make sure that when we are kind of highlighting and understanding, it's to serve, right? To serve our community, to serve our audience, to make sure that we're providing information, guidance, and support, right? So, but that's a great point when you talk about having that team background. It also gave you a component of comfort, right?
Absolutely. You don't let the next man down with your performance. And it's always the low man on a totem pole. So whoever's the lowest, it instills you to push past your boundaries to help someone else along.
Yeah. That's incredible. But I'll tell you, it's hard to help someone else along. We're on that 10-mile run.
Oh yeah, because they got to run it themselves.
Yeah, true indeed. I can't carry you the rest of the way, but man, you gotta definitely help me out a little bit. But man, that's incredible though. I think going to boot camp, it does a lot it does a lot for many soldiers, airmen, and definitely sailors. But at the end of boot camp, did you mentally feel like you were changed?
Absolutely. You start out initially as a maggot. Day one, everyone is equals. By the time graduation came, I was second squad leader, looking at a meritorious promotion.
There we go.
I had been demoted from guide, first squad leader, but hung on through graduation. And that day, when they gave our meritorious promotions, I knew I had done something different. And that was the standard. After that was the standard.
Nice. Yeah, being able to have that. But now, obviously, keeping that standard mentally, everyone's changed physically, right? Everyone's changed physically. Literally everyone has changed physically through that rigorous training. Definitely at that time, man. You're talking about a Desert Storm, going into the Gulf and Gulf War. I mean, and also the deep training of the Marines, right? We're not talking about, I don't want to down any other branch, but what they say, the Marines are, the few and far between.
Few and far between, and every day a Marine is going to challenge you. It didn't matter if we were mopping the floor, who was going to swab the deck, who was going to do East Bay, West, or, when you got to clean up, they call it, and you got to get your squad in line. You got to move these beds on a certain alignment. You got to look down the line. It's a team effort, but at the same time, you find that perfection, and then there's something to celebrate. And after that celebration, training is not getting easier, but the components to succeed. And that's really what the Marines do. They break down the simplest thing and bring you back as a rebuilt union, more or less, but at the same time, you've learned a lot about yourself.
That's a great explanation.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that, breaking it down, but then developing it where you can figure out the components of success in any fashion.
Yep.
That's excellent. Yeah, I can't, yeah, that's amazing. That's for sure amazing. But now, again, back mentally, there's a time, right? Figuring out that components of success. Many service members take leave, go back home. Did you take leave and go back home?
I honestly didn't take leave. My mother was gracious enough to send my girlfriend to Marine Corps graduation in San Diego.
What?
She spent the evening with me, consummated and from there, we gotta leave. I stayed in San Diego, and before you know it was MCT, Marine Combat Training. Ain't no falling off now. And from that day forward, like I said, when I had that first success, I was focused enough to stay in tune with the training.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Everyone is not able to go through those long periods of time, right? Without the break.
Right.